as usual, things are going from bad to worse for our heroes. Last time, you remember, Boris Badenov led them out on an overhanging ledge of snow to eat lunch. And then Bullwinkle put too much pepper on his hard-boiled egg, and when he sneezed, the entire ledge broke off.
I don't see them, Boris.
Me too. I guess they're buried alive.
Aren't we going to do something?
Of course. Here, blow taps in E-flat. So farewell and goodbye. Down you go in the snow, you must die with the mooseberry bush. Mooseberry bush!
That doesn't rhyme.
Natasha, they still have the bush.
You mean...
Yes, we must save them.
Again?
And so the two spies furiously set to work to dig our heroes out of the snow pile.
Well, Moose will be out in a minute.
Here is Squirrel already, and he has mooseberry bush.
Good. Then we don't need Moose.
And Boris raised a shovel and brought it down with a crash.
Gee, you're shivering, Sir Hilary.
He's just my old malaria.
Well, let's go. It's getting dark.
The party pressed onward and suddenly came upon a set of giant footprints.
They are tracks of the abominable snowman.
The abominable snowman?
Yes, a fierce man-eating monster.
I still say they look like your hoof prints, Bullwinkle.
Boris, I don't think we can fool them much longer.
No, Squirrel is too smart for us.
Yes, he's got sneaking hunch there is no such animal as abominable snowman.
There's only one way to convince him.
And that is?
He's got to see abominable snowman.
But how?
Easy. Tonight, after they are in bed, you put on white sheet over your head and...
I get it, darling. I am the snowman.
If this doesn't get rid of them, my name isn't Sir Hilary Push-em-off.
And it isn't.
And so late that night, as our heroes lay in their tent.
Say, Rock, do you think there might be such a thing as a man-eating abominable snowman?
Of course not.
How about a moose-eating abominable snowman?
Oh, no, Bullwinkle. I still think those were your footprints.
But just think if they weren't. Look at the size of that thing. Anybody with a foot that big must really be a monster.
Go to sleep, Bullwinkle. There's no such thing as a...
Ooh. What's that?
It's just the wind, Bullwinkle.
Oh, I could have sworn it was a... Ooh. There it goes again.
It's just the wind, Bullwinkle.
With galoshes on?
Sure enough, just outside their tent stood a pair of huge overshoes, and towering above them an enormous white figure with glowing eyes and teeth made of coal.
Looks just like a snowman.
A snowman?
And the boys leaped out of their tent and sped off into the night.
Look at them go. Natasha, my dear, you did marvelous job.
What do you talk, darling? I haven't started yet.
Natasha, this is you?
Who else?
Then this is who?
One guess, darling.
The abominable snowman.
And the two spies followed our heroes into the night as the huge creature turned its baleful eyes on them and lumbered forward. Be sure to see our next episode, The Snowman Cometh, or An Icicle Built for Two.
And now...
Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again?
Nothing up my sleeve. Presto! Ooh, don't know my own strength.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
I agree that crime doesn't pay, but in the case of Jack and the Beanstalk, it did. For as you know, Jack shinnied up the huge stalk, snuck into a giant's castle, and made off with a goose that laid golden harps, or something like that. Well, sir, Jack chopped the stalk down and lived happily ever after with his ill-gotten gains. Or did he? The scene is a castle somewhere in the clouds. The time, 20 years later.
I know you're hungry, son. Well, so am I. But there isn't a scrap of food in the castle.
What about the wheat field?
You ever tried getting wheat out of clouds? We're up in the air, remember?
Oh, if only Papa was still with us.
Listen, he wasn't good for anything except saying fee-fi-fo-fum. He could say that pretty good.
Can I say it?
Say it later. Right now, you've got to take the pet cow to market and sell it.
That's not a cow, Mama. It's a llama.
I don't care what it is. Go and sell it.
Being on the obedient side, the giant's son did as his mother asked.
Hey, what you got there, High Pockets?
It's a llama.
So it is. I'll give you 5 magic beans for it.
I'd rather have money.
You can plant beans. You can't plant money.
It made sense, so the giant returned home with the 5 magic beans.
I was hoping you'd bring back money.
Well, one of the beans has a picture of Lincoln on it.
There was naught to do but dig a hole in the clouds and drop the beans inside. The next morning, the giant awoke and looked out of his window.
Oh, darn. I was kind of hoping a beanstalk would have grown.
It did, but not up. Down.
Why, that stalk must be 50 miles long. Climb down there, son. See if you can find us some food.
As I said before, the giant was obedient, also a little clumsy. But let us journey ahead of our falling star to where the beanstalk ends, right outside the magnificent manor owned by the son of the original Jack and the Beanstalk.
Jack, honey, New York's on the phone. They want to order 50 dozen golden harps.
Well, don't tell me. Tell the goose.
Goose!
I know. I gotta lay 50 dozen golden harps for New York.
If you can, Goose, put a trilon on Perisphere on him. It'll be a nice touch.
That goose is acting sassy lately.
Well, all you give him for his work is chicken feed.
Goose feed.
At that moment, the giant finally came to earth.
Creak, cry, crow, cryant. I smell the blood of a pretty big giant.
And with that, Jack ran from the house, grabbing a loaded giant-killing musket on the way.
You say anything, Jack?
Negative. Just a gang of kids playing basketball.
Ah, but although those kids were tall, the one with the ball reached fantastic proportions.
I could have swore I smelled a giant.
Oh, you're overworked, dear. Go take a nap.
Jack did, and this gave the giant an opportunity to peek into the house.
Say, that looks like a golden harp laying next to that fella.
The window of Jack's bedroom wasn't very big, but it was big enough for the giant's hand to reach in and get the golden harp.
Creak, cry, crow, cryant. I smell.
Those dreaded words caused the giant to bolt to the stalk and climb it in record time.
This doesn't look like food, son.
It's a golden harp.
Why couldn't you bring back a pizza or something?
But, Mama, golden harps are worth money, and there's a whole slew of them down there.
In case you didn't know, all mothers of giants are a little greedy, and this one was no exception. The son was sent back down to bring up all the golden harps he could find.
It's New York again, Jack. They want to know what happened to the harps.
Well, don't ask me. Ask
I
the...
gave him to the delivery boy about a minute ago.
What delivery boy?
He's a big, tall fella, about as big as Mount Everest.
A giant. You gave the harps to a giant?
Once more, with his giant-killing musket, Jack ran from the house, and this time he saw the giant with an armload of harps scurrying up the beanstalk. But unfortunately, the giant was out of range.
I need someone who can catch that giant.
Luckily for our story, a sorcerer lived in the vicinity.
Of course I can get him. Do you think he might come back down for more harps?
We're all out of harps. All I got left is
A goose? You say a goose lays these harps?
Scout's honor, Mama.
Well, a goose we can eat. Fetch him, son.
The unsuspecting giant came down, probed around the house with one hand, and finally grabbed the goose. That's when Jack and the sorcerer spoke up.
Caught you in the act, you devil. Let him have it, sorcerer.
And the sorcerer handed a piece of paper to the giant, who merely put it in his pocket and climbed up the beanstalk.
What'd you give him?
A summons to appear in court.
You can't catch a giant with a summons. No, I'll never get my goose back.
Yes, you will. I shall climb up after the giant.
Yeah, but that stalk is 50 miles high. You could fall.
Not I. I am wearing a cloak that will enable me to fly.
And up went the sorcerer. Of course, the giant was no fool. When he saw that he was being pursued, he simply took an axe and chopped the stalk down. What happened to his pursuer? Well, the cloak kept him from falling, all right. In fact, to this day, he's still floating around in the air. And that's why you hear so much talk about a flying sorcerer.
Well, Rocky and Bullwinkle's dream of getting a mooseberry bush has turned into a nightmare, for they have at last run into that legendary figure of mountain lore, the abominable snowman.
Is he following us, Bullwinkle?
I'm not even gonna turn around to find out.
Even Boris Badenov, who thought he had made up the snowman out of sheer make-believe, had to admit that there was such a thing.
But Boris, a live man-eating snowman, such a thing couldn't be.
You give me couldn't be, he give me is.
And as the four fleeing figures scrambled over the ice, the snowman steadily gained on them.
Wait, hold up.
What is it, Sir Hillary?
There's only one way for any of us to escape.
What's that?
Somebody's got to stay here and fight it out with snowmen.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
How's about you staying?
That don't make no sense at all.
Whatever we do, we better do fast. He'll be here in a minute.
Well, there's only one fair way to decide who stays. We draw straws.
Boris, not that.
Long straw gets to be big hero, okay?
Well, I suppose that's fair enough.
But where are we gonna get straws?
Just so happens I got some right here.
Yeah, funny how that works out.
Everybody take one. Princess Bubbles, Squirrel, me, and now Moose.
Boy, it sure is a long one.
Yeah, that's the first straw I ever seen I could pole vault with.
You won! Congratulations, old fellow!
Yeah, I'm just lucky, I guess.
Now, if you'll excuse us.
Well, I suppose it's up to me, Rocky. Rocky? Yoo-hoo, Rocky! Gee, he's gone.
Yes, Bullwinkle stood alone as the snowman came nearer and nearer.
I feel just like what's-his-name at the bridge.
When the snowman was within range, Bullwinkle jabbed at him with his makeshift weapon. Unfortunately, the telescoping straw did just that.
What do you know? I got a short straw after all. Okay, cold and ugly, pull him up.
Just then, the moose heard a welcome voice from above him.
Bullwinkle, stand aside!
Yes, high on a nearby cliff was Rocky the Flying Squirrel. Of course, our hero would never desert a friend in need.
Out of the way, Bullwinkle! Here I come!
And from his high perch, Rocky launched himself like a guided missile directly at the huge form of the abominable snowman. And then the impact was tremendous. So severe was the shock that in Japan, seismograph needles jumped right off the paper. In Honolulu, there was a snowstorm. And in Waxahachie, Texas, for the first time in 17 years, it rained. Back in Pottsylvania, Rocky pulled himself out of the snowbank and dashed to his pal.
Bullwinkle, speak to me! Speak to me!
Certainly. What would you like to hear?
Oh, thank goodness you're okay.
Oh, I'm fine, but he's having a little trouble.
Sure enough, the abominable snowman was behaving very oddly.
What do you suppose he's saying?
I don't know, but he's saying it in two voices.
What you say to us, snowman?
I said, get me out of here.
Bullwinkle, I recognize that voice.
You're sure it's not just his stomach growling?
Get me out of here.
Bullwinkle, that voice belongs to Gidney, the Moon Man.
Great gobs-a-goo, Rocky. The Moon Man has been ate by the snowman.
Well, could Bullwinkle be right for the first time? And if so, what in the world can be done to go get Gidney? Be sure to see our next episode, The Moon Man is Blue, or The Inside Story.
And now...
Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
But that trick never worked.
This time for sure. Presto! Well, I'm getting close.
And now it's time for another special feature.
Hello there. Today's poem is the beloved old nursery rhyme, Rocky My Baby. Rocky my baby on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks...
Hold it! You out of your mind, Moose?
Oh, more than usual, G.J.
All right, get that cradle down here.
But, G.J.
Look, this is a family show. No babies stuck in trees.
No.
We'd have the Baby Protection League on our necks in a minute.
Well, it's just a doll, really.
Who writes this stuff anyway?
Mother Goose.
Hello? Give me continuity. CP? We got a woman named Goose on the payroll. Uh-huh. Get rid of her. Yeah, the gander's got to go, too.
But the poem...
Sorry, too much violence.
But I like violence.
You like violence? You mean you like explosions? Trees falling? People being hit in the head?
No, I like violence because they smell so nice.
And now it's time
for 5 or 6 baritone solos in the key of E.
But...
If not... Ooh.
Now for another of our special features.
Should have tried E flat.
Hello again. Peabody and Sherman here.
Who are we going to visit today, Mr. Peabody?
Ørsted.
Bless you.
I did not sneeze, Sherman. I was referring to Hans Christian Ørsted, the brilliant Danish physicist and discoverer of electromagnetism.
Oh.
So if you'll be so kind as to set the way back for the year 1820 and the place Copenhagen, Denmark, we'll be on our way. We entered the Wayback and were immediately teleported back through time, where we soon found ourselves standing in front of the small country home of Hans Ørsted.
Gee, we didn't pick a very good day to visit, Mr. Peabody. It looks like we're in for quite a storm.
An electrical storm, to be exact, Sherman. Come, let's...
Quick, gentlemen. Tell me, have you seen him?
But I'm afraid we haven't seen anybody. You see, we just got here and we
You don't suppose he went under the house, do you?
Well, it's possible, but perhaps if you told us just who...
I'll have to look under there.
We quickly joined Mr. Ørsted under the house to see if we could learn the reason for his peculiar actions. Without seeming to pry, sir, may I ask just who it is you are looking for under here?
Jimmy.
Jimmy? I mean, Jimmy?
Yes, sure, but he ain't been here. There's only one place left to look.
Following him into the house, we watched as he approached a large, overstuffed sofa.
So, here you are. Shame on you.
Oops, I'm afraid Mr. Ørsted has been working too hard, Mr. Peabody. Now he's talking to the sofa.
Not to the sofa, Sherman, but to something under the sofa. See?
Ow! Ow!
And unless I miss my guess, that is Jimmy.
Yeah, and Jimmy's a bad Jimmy. He hasn't got it in his mouth. He must have buried it. Now I can't fly my kite and make a compass.
Huh? Buried what? And what does flying a kite have to do with you making a compass?
Just this. By attaching this needle to the tail of a kite and flying it during this electrical storm, lightning would strike it. Thus it would become magnetized.
And being magnetized, it would always point north, due to the magnetic field surrounding the Earth.
Yeah, sure. But then Jimmy ran off with my kite string, and I've got to find it before the storm is over.
Oh, don't worry. I am certain that I can find the exact spot where Jimmy buried the kite string. Follow me. Walking directly to a spot beneath a large tree, I instructed Sherman to dig. In no time at all, he had uncovered 2 soup bones, a newspaper, a rubber ball, a well-chewed slipper, and, of course, the ball of string.
Gee, that's amazing, Mr. Peabody. How did you know that this is where Jimmy buried his stuff?
Well, very simple. In order to think what a dog thinks, you must simply think like a dog. And, among other things, Sherman, I think like a dog.
Sorry, Mr. Peabody, I keep forgetting.
Now would be an excellent time to get on with your discovery, Mr. Ørsted.
Good. Here I go, beyabbers.
So saying, Hans Ørsted ran across an open field, but watching the kite instead of where he was going, once more stopped the experiment dead in its tracks. Quickly, Sherman, pull him out.
I got him. Are you all right, Mr. Ørsted?
No.
What's the matter?
I lost the needle.
Come on, I'll help you look for it.
Sherman and Hans frantically set about searching through the hay, but of course it was like looking for a needle in a haystack. You'll never find it that way, Sherman. There's only one quick way to find a needle in a haystack.
How's that?
By simply sitting down in the hay.
Sitting down, are you sure?
Try it and see.
Well, okay, but it seems kind of... Ah!
It's the hard way, I'll admit, but it works every time. Here's the needle, Hans.
Too late. I don't need it now.
What do you mean?
We waited too long. The storm is over.
It was true. The sky had cleared and there was no more lightning.
Oh, I best just forget the whole thing.
Nonsense. It's simply a matter of getting it to storm again, and I can do that before you can say cumulus nimbus. Returning to the house, we proceeded to raid the Ørsted icebox. Finding a fine ham, some leftover chicken, and plenty of pickles and olives, I was soon able to whip up a fine lunch, which we then took into a nearby meadow and prepared to enjoy.
I don't get it, Mr. Peabody. I thought you said you were going to make it storm again.
I'm doing exactly that right now, Sherman.
By eating lunch?
When eaten out of doors, it's referred to as a picnic, Sherman, and the best way I know to drum up some foul weather is to have a picnic. Ah, there it is now, right on cue.
By Yemeni, nothing gonna stop me now.
Nothing gonna did, and needless to say, his experiment with electromagnetism was a rousing success.
And he lived happily ever after, right, Mr. Peabody?
Not quite, Sherman. For just a few months after that eventful day, Hans was repairing a toaster for his mother when, quite by accident, his brother Virgil plugged in the cord to which Hans was holding 2 bare wires, and poor Hans disappeared in a blue flash.
How awful! What did his brother say to his mother about that?
Well, what could he say, Sherman, but, "Look, Mom, no hands."
Well, the attack of the abominable snowman came to grief when our boy Rocky zoomed to the defense of his pal Bullwinkle. The snowman definitely came off the loser, but then both our heroes were surprised to hear a familiar voice emerging from inside the snowman.
Get me out of here.
That's our friend Gidney, the Moon Man.
But how can we get him out? He's been ate by the snowman.
No, Bullwinkle, he is the snowman.
Only half Rocky. I'm the other part.
Hey, that sounds like...
The name is Cloyd.
Gee, you sure sound like him, too.
Here, Bullwinkle, help me tear this cover off.
And when Rocky zipped open the cover, sure enough, there were the two moon men, Gidney and Cloyd.
Whatever were you doing in that getup?
Tell him, Cloyd. Well, I thought it would be a good joke.
Joke? It like to scared us out of 7 years' growth.
Yeah, our two guides still haven't come back.
Sure enough, Boris and Natasha were at that moment heading over the hill and into the sunset.
We left Mooseberry Bush.
Don't talk to me about trifles.
But what we do when Central Control asks questions?
What else? We look him straight in the eye and lie.
But how come you're clear over here in Pennsylvania, Gidney?
Yeah, last we heard you were knocking 'em dead at Las Vegas.
That was the trouble.
And as they trudged down the hill, Gidney told the boys his story. It seems that after their great success as a song and dance team, a television producer signed them to appear in a new Western show called Moonsmoke. Everything went well until the last scene in the show.
Gee whiz, Marshal Moon. Here comes the Crater Kid now. Something you wanted, Crater?
Yep, I'm calling your bluff, Marshal. Draw!
Cloyd drew, all right, but unfortunately fired his scrooch gun directly at the camera. As a result, the entire television audience was frozen solid. All over the country, people were literally glued in front of the television sets. The Late, 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 Late Show had its biggest audience ever.
Gee, then what happened?
Our show was canceled.
How come?
With an audience that couldn't move away from their sets, they didn't need shows.
You mean?
Yep. Now they're showing nothing but commercials.
I'm not so sure I want to go home, Rock.
Oh, it's probably fixed by now, Bullwinkle. Besides, we gotta take back this mooseberry bush.
Mooseberry bush? You found the last one in the world. We can make our rocket fuel. We can get back to the moon. Oh, you're just our favorite Earth people.
Well, I really plan to give this bush to our government.
Give it to your government? But that means we'll never get back to the moon. No, we'll never see the old home crater again. No more sitting in the porch in the evening, watching the Earth come up.
Gee, fellas, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right, Rocky. You have your duty to do.
Golly, Bullwinkle, I just feel terrible about Gidney and Cloyd.
Yeah, suppose we were on the moon and couldn't get back.
Yeah. Bullwinkle, I'm gonna do it.
Good. What?
I'm gonna get the moon men back to the moon.
And let down the entire whole United States government? Rocket J. Squirrel, I'm ashamed on you.
And the indignant Bullwinkle turned on his heel and walked away. Well, will Rocky, our Rocky, really fail to carry out his mission? Don't miss our next episode, Fuels Rush In, or the Star-Spangled Boner.
Hello there, I am Mr. Know-It-All. Today, for all you golf addicts who are having father-in-law trouble, I am going to show you how to shoot par. Arriving at the golf course, we seek out the services of a caddy, preferably a big, strong one.
Hi!
Or a little weak one, as the case may be. First, I shall demonstrate the neophyte golfer's worst habit. Hand me my driver, caddy.
Yes, sir.
Now hand me a cup of tea.
Cup of tea? What are you gonna do with that?
I am going to tee off. That done, we now hit the ball.
Gee, you missed.
I know, which proves you should never drink when you drive. Having finally hit the ball, we discover it has landed in some thick woods. Therefore, I choose an iron for my next club.
Here you are, Mr. Know-It-All.
That isn't an iron, you silly caddy. This is an iron. The iron will not only flatten out your swing, it also flattens the golfer, or golfee.
Uh-oh, tough luck, Mr. Know-It-All. It went right into the sand trap.
The only effective way to get the ball out of a sand trap is by blasting.
Mr.
What do you know? A hole-in-one. 1 moose, that is. Buenos dias, Caddy.
Where you going, Mr. Know-It-all?
I'm going to play in a tournament down in Tijuana.
Tijuana? I never heard of a tournament down there.
Oh, come now. Everybody's heard of the Gulf of Mexico.